Welcome again to another video, and I'm excited to share this video with you all. This is all my loose figures, and these are all my favorite ones that I have. I do have more, but these are all the favorite ones out of my collection that I have so far. I did do some unboxing of some of these, like Sting, the NWO Wolfpack. If you haven't checked that or haven't seen that, make sure you check that out there. Also, let's see which other one did I unboxing of. Undertaker. Of course, you can't forget him. I did an unboxing on him. If you haven't seen that, also make sure you check that out. One of my favorite ones thus far. So yeah, these are all the loose figures that I have, and I want to show you all the favorite ones that I have so far. So let's get started because there's a lot to go through. Before we begin, I want to say this video is not like the ones that you've seen so far, where I normally do the unboxing and then review them. These are going to be just show you some of my favorite ones that I have so far here. So might be a long video, apologize in advance. So let's get started. So the first one here is the Macho Man. This is one of my favorite ones from the WCW, I want to say, when he was in that NWO, going through that phase. Now the accessories that come with him, shades come off, as well as his chain and his hat, and the shirt as well. So that's one of my favorite ones that I have so far of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. So he's great. These figures now, I think this is the Elite figures. So one of my favorite ones there so far that I have of Macho Man. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here's Ultimate Warrior. Of course, how you can't forget him. Now this is the basic Ultimate Warrior, unfortunately, but I picked him up at Walmart here, so I'm excited to add him to my collection. I did get him in a battle pack, only because they didn't have him one of those individuals. He came with a Honky Tonk Man, but not a big fan of him. So he's the Ultimate Warrior, all dressed up with his long hair. He didn't come with any accessories. Everything you see on here is how he came out of the battle pack. So from him, we'll move on to Jericho. Drink it in, man. If you haven't seen the unboxing there, make sure you check that out here. Now, all these unboxing videos that I've done will be linked below, but his accessory includes a scarf, his list of Jericho, and the pen, of course. Now, this is in his later phase of his career, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, from the point he was in WCW all the way up to WWE, where he's currently at now. So the next, of course, can't forget Andre the Giant. This one I did pick up in the loose pack as well. Picked them up here. I want to say at a Goodwill. They had a bunch of these, so I picked them up there with the other figures. So Andre the Giant, of course, you have to have him. One of the all-time greats, one of the original giants of wrestling. So yeah, you have to have him in any collection that you have. I don't care what it is. So the next one, again, this is the Undertaker, the Elite. The accessories that come with him are this vest and the cape there, but it's kind of hard to take out. I don't know if you saw the video. I was trying to take it out. Took a while to put back in, so I just decided to leave it on there. But this is when he was going through that corporate ministry phase, when he was sacrificing individuals. So one of my favorite times in wrestling. So of course, had to pick him up. He was a defining moment. So he's great. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time as well. We'll go ahead and move on to Kane, the Big Red Machine. So you had to get him, of course. Kane with his mask and his glove. I want to say this is early 1999, 97. Can't remember the exact date when he debuted, but one of my favorite moments in his attire here. So had to pick him up here individually. Now this one I bought brand new. So next one I have here is Kane, the Big Red Machine. This is when he unmasked himself. You do have a couple of Kane, but I picked this one because just his facial expression. And I'll go ahead and zoom in the camera here so you can see some of his facial expression to capture. I feel like they capture really well. This is going through that phase, shaving his eyebrows and getting a half haircut, given that sadistic kind of mindset that he has. And this is the Elite as well, so got him in a loose set, so great to pick him up. I believe I've seen him in other places, for example, on Amazon. I think the only accessory that they included was a towel, I want to say, of some sort, or a chain that tied his feet and his chains there, but I didn't get that. So if in that case, then this should be the time where he was shooting that movie, See No Evil. But nevertheless, he's one of my favorite, so I had to include him. Next one we have is Can You Dig It, Sucker? Booker T. Picked him up as loose figures as well. He was in great condition. I was surprised too, with the exception of his hair, the coloring. It's coming off a little bit, but other than that, he's one of my favorite 5-time champion. 5-time. All right, so we can go ahead and move on to the Beast, the Conqueror. He'll victimize you. Brock Lesnar, of course, you can't forget him. I do have 2 other Brock Lesnar's here, but this is one of my favorite ones as he's with wearing his MMA gear. I have the one with the black and red shorts, I believe, but this is one of my favorite ones. Now, I did pick this up with, I want to say Randy Orton. No, Dean Ambrose. He came in the battle pack with Dean Ambrose, so picked him up there as well. And, of course, you can't have a collection without the Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I picked this up in a loose pack as well. This is the Elite. You can tell with his vest, he's in great condition. He has all the accessories that included with him that I'm aware of anyways. And I put the belt on him, of course, because he was a champion. So we'll go ahead and move on to, of course, one of the greatest matches that he's ever fought with, The Rock. Now, this is the new Rock, of course. You can tell with his tattoo, his arm band, his leg, and especially, his facial expression there. I feel like they captured it really well. And I do have the other Rock before he left to Hollywood. He gets to stand up there. So no tattoos. And the reason why this is one of my favorite is I'll go ahead and zoom in the camera. You can see him raising his eyebrow, which is great. Now, of course, he's the people's champ, so you have to have him wearing the belt. And this is the Elites as well, so you can move him around. I want to say that this belt right here came with a Shawn Michaels, which I'll show you in a minute. And I want to say he's an Intercontinental Champion. I bought him as well. So those are all my favorite Rock here. Now moving on, you have to have Rey Mysterio, 619. I think I have 4 Rey Mysterios in total, and this is I just picked 2 out of my favorite ones, just because of the outfit he was wearing at that time. Here's the other one, red. These I was so fortunate to pick up in a lot. I got a pretty good price on them, about 74 action figures, so which includes Mr. Monday Night Raw, the whole damn show, RVD. So this is, again, I want to say this is the basic, but this was in great condition, extraordinary condition. It looks like they just took him out of the box, to be honest with you. So he was great. I'm excited that he came in that condition. So next one, Coach Kent. This is another Undertaker one of my favorite ones that I have. Bought him as well. This is the basic version. I think I did do an unboxing of him because I remember his elbow pads. I think I stated that he was missing one out of the elbow pads or something, but never did find that. Let me know if that's supposed to be like that. It has that dead man ing inside. So moving on here, we go to the Triple H, the game. Early 2000s, 2, 3 maybe, around that time. This is the basic version. I do have another Triple H, but I'll show you in a video. This will be a surprise for you all. You have to wait for that. So I did also pick this up on a lot as well with the other action figures. Now moving on to Yokozuna, which I recently picked up. I've been looking for him for a long time. Those of you who know, he's hard to find. If you do, let me restate that. He's not hard to find. He's expensive to find. If you do see him on anywhere, he's easily $40, give or take, on eBay. Anybody selling him. So I was fortunate enough to maybe get about 74 wrestlers for the price of one here, or Yokozuna at least. Anyways, this is the Elite version of him. Unfortunately, no belt, but can't complain. He was in great shape. He's one of the wrestlers that I've been looking out for a while now, since I started my collection here. So I'm very excited that I got him. And along with him came with, you know what that is? Jake the Snake Roberts, of course. Look at that. He's in great condition. His accessory only being his plain old shirt. Look at his boots, how detailed those are. Those snake boots. So I'm excited to kind of have him, add him to my collection. So man, I was surprised that anybody would want to get rid of these two, especially. I would keep some of those. He came with RVD. Let's see who else on here. Anyways, I think it was those. Oh, and Rey Mysterio. Those all came in that toy set that I had bought. So I mean, their loss is my gain. That is for sure. So moving on here, this one was the early times that I started my collection here. This is Mankind. Did buy him, and the Elite, brand new. He came with the belt, so I want to say that belt was one of these guys. They're wearing is Austin or The Rock. I can't remember which one. His mask did come off, and Mr. Sacco. So I always leave that on, make sure I don't lose it. But yeah, this is he's one of my all-time greats. I do have another action figure from him, so you have to stick around when I do the unboxing. It's one of his 3 main characters from WWE, so you just have to see who it is. So this is Mankind with Mr. Sacco, mask come off. One of my favorite ones, favorite wrestler of all time. I still remember that match like it was yesterday. His retirement match. Retirement, I put that in quotation because he fought many times after that. But it was when he fought with Triple H in that Hell in a Cell. I believe he was Cactus Jack at that time. That was one of my all-time favorite matches. Of course, The Undertaker. Can't forget with him. Of course, what's a collection without Hollywood Hulk Hogan? Now this, I did pick him out in a lot as well. He came along with the other action figures. I believe I want to say he came with Andre the Giant. Not seeing. I don't remember who else. I want to say Kane, one of the Kanes, but I don't remember exactly who. But unfortunately, this is the basic action figure. No other accessories are included, but he will do for now until I find some of his other gears. But yeah, can't have a collection without Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So moving on, we're getting close to some of my favorite ones. These two I recently picked up not too long ago off of eBay. Animal and Hawk, Road Warriors, League of Doom, whatever you want to call them. These are some great. They're very detailed. Includes the shoulder pads, arm pads here. They're all removable. Now these are the basic, but I had to pick them up. They're in great condition, and I'm very excited to show them to you all to see. So they came in a pack here. They do sell them in blue as well. I'm not really sure when they were that. I don't remember, but I decided to go with the classic reds, Animal Hawk on there. All right, before we get to the other ones here, I want to go show you Shawn Michaels. Picked him up in Elite. I don't think I did an unboxing of him. I did do it recently with Diesel in the Battle Pack. So if you haven't seen that video, check that out. So he came with the belt that The Rock is wearing. When he was the Heartbreak Kid, ponytail and all. So one of my favorite wrestlers. Wish he was still wrestling. All right, so moving on here, we go to Undertaker. This is early 90s Undertaker. I don't think I did unboxing this one, but he's great. The only complaint that I do have from him is that his jacket here, or his coat's very that rubbery, plasticky, so it doesn't allow him to be flexible. So it has a hard time standing up. Therefore, they put him on the stand here, so that's why he's on there. But other than that, his hat is removable. So is his mask, and of course his jacket. It's recommended not to remove his jacket because it's hard to put back on there. And his tie as well, the purple tie. So one of my favorites. And then you got, of course, Sting, the NWO Wolfpack Sting. Now that belt came on Kevin Nash. You haven't seen that unboxing, make sure you check that out. But that belt came on Kevin Nash. But of course, he's the leader, so you need to put him on there as the NWO champion. So the last one of my all-time greats, favorite of all time, was Sting. Of course, you've seen the intro. You see him on there. I have him and the intro on there. So he's one of my great wrestlers here. This is his accessories include the coat, which is very flexible. I wish Undertaker's coat was like that, with his bat. So he's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers of all time on there. So that's why I have him. I need to include him there. So. But again, as I said, these are just some of the action figures that I have. I do have a lot more, but I want to make sure to save that for another video when I open, unbox, and review the other ones that I have so far. But I did want to just give you all a quick overview of some of my favorite action figures that I have so far. So, what are yours? What are some of your favorite action figures? Put them down below. These are some of mine. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you check them out. They will be linked down below there. And if you have any questions or comments, or where to get a good price in some of these, some of the things that I recommend is avoid buying them brand new unless you have to. Some of these, of course, you have to buy brand new, like Sting. You see them online; they're very expensive. You're better off buying it brand new. So different websites there, and the Crow Sting, the NWO, Undertaker. But the other ones here, like for Rey Mysterio or RVD, you get them in a great price if somebody's selling them locally where you live, or on eBay is also a good one. But you guys watch out. Sometimes people jack up the prices on there, so just keep an eye out for that. So some of these are another thing to mention is sometimes different sites, for example, Ringside Collectibles will do an exclusive, so you'll have to get it directly from them. But other than that, you just wait and you'll get it. But just wanted you all to see some of our favorite collections of the favorite wrestlers that I have so far. But thank you all for watching, and make sure you check out my other videos.